What if I told you that the very first thing you eat in the morning, before you even finish your coffee, could be silently pushing your blood sugar higher and higher every single day? Here's a fact that might shock you. Blood sugar levels are usually the highest when you wake up. This is called the dawn phenomenon. It's due to the release of hormones like cortisol, which increase blood sugar levels in the morning. That means if you reach for the wrong breakfast, a bowl of sugary cereal, a glass of orange juice, a bagel with cream cheese, you're pouring gasoline on a fire that's already burning. But here's the good news. Today, I'm going to show you 3 simple, delicious breakfasts that can help lower your blood sugar, protect your body, and potentially change the course of your health, starting tomorrow morning. Stay with me. This could be one of the most important videos you watch this year. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome. We talk about health, wellness, and practical advice for people over 60 who want to live longer, stronger, and with more energy. Now, let's talk about something personal: breakfast. For most of us who grew up in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, breakfast was a simple affair: toast with jam, a big bowl of cereal with milk, maybe some pancakes on Sunday, and nobody thought twice about it. But here's the problem. As we age, our bodies process blood sugar less efficiently. This means breakfast is more important than ever. The right foods in the morning can leave you feeling balanced, energized, and focused, rather than shaky and foggy. And according to Johns Hopkins, eating breakfast can help improve glucose control, while skipping breakfast has been linked to higher A1C levels and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. So what you eat first thing in the morning truly sets the tone for how your body handles sugar for the rest of the day. Controlling glucose is important around breakfast because this sets the pace for your entire day. Now, the typical American breakfast, it's often cereal and milk, a high carbohydrate choice that is low in protein and fat. That means your glucose spikes, then crashes, and you feel hungry not long after eating. Sound familiar? That mid-morning energy dip? That foggy feeling around 10 o'clock? That craving for something sweet before lunch? It's not just aging, it might be your breakfast. So today, I'm going to give you 3 breakfast options that are backed by research, recommended by doctors and dietitians, and, most importantly, easy enough to make in your own kitchen. No fancy ingredients, no complicated recipes, just real food that works. Let's get into it. Breakfast number 1 is the veggie egg scramble. And there's a reason I'm putting this one first. It might be the single best breakfast you can eat for blood sugar control. Now, let me ask you something. How many of you eat eggs for breakfast? If you do, you're already ahead of the game. If you don't, listen closely. Eggs are a low-carbohydrate food with a very low glycemic index score. This makes them one of the best protein sources for people with diabetes. Having a low glycemic index score means that they have less of an effect on a person's blood sugar levels. And research from the University of British Columbia showed something truly remarkable. A high-fat, low-carb breakfast can help those with type 2 diabetes control blood sugar levels throughout the day. In their study, participants ate an omelet for breakfast on one day and oatmeal with fruit on another day. An identical lunch and dinner were provided on both days. A continuous glucose monitor was used to measure blood sugar spikes across the entire day. The result? The egg breakfast led to significantly lower blood sugar spikes, not just at breakfast, but for the entire day. There was no difference in blood sugar levels in both groups later in the day, suggesting that the effect for reducing overall post-meal glucose spikes can be attributed to the breakfast responses. And here's what I love about this. Participants noted that pre-meal hunger and their cravings for sweet foods later in the day tended to be lower if they ate the low-carb breakfast. So fewer sugar cravings, more stable energy, better blood sugar all day long, all from changing just one meal. Now, I don't want you to just eat plain eggs by themselves every morning, although you certainly can. The magic happens when you add vegetables. Eggs won't cause your glucose to spike, especially when you add some fiber-rich spinach to the mix. Think about it. Spinach, bell peppers, onions, mushrooms. This protein-rich breakfast has everything you need to start the day right. Add your favorites. They add flavor and bulk without sugar. Here's how to make it. Crack 2 or 3 eggs into a bowl. Whisk them up. Heat a little olive oil in a pan. Toss in a handful of chopped spinach, some diced bell peppers, maybe a few mushrooms. Let them soften for a minute or two. Then pour in the eggs and scramble everything together. Season with a pinch of salt, pepper, and if you like a little kick, a dash of turmeric or paprika. That's it. 5 to 7 minutes, one pan, and your blood sugar will thank you. The short answer is yes, eggs are good for people with diabetes when eaten in moderation. The American Heart Association now says that diabetic people can eat 1 to 2 eggs a day. A study published in Nutrients even found that adults who consumed at least 5 eggs throughout the week had a lower risk of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Now, a quick word of caution. If you have concerns about cholesterol, talk to your doctor. People may have concerns about the cholesterol content in eggs. However, experts now believe that eating them in moderation can be part of a nutritious diet. Moderation is always the key. All right, breakfast number 2, and this one might surprise you. Steel-cut oatmeal with nuts and cinnamon. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, wait a minute, isn't oatmeal full of carbs? Won't that raise my blood sugar? And I understand the concern, but here's where the details matter. Not all oatmeal is created equal. Quick oats are fast-absorbing carbohydrates that can cause your sugar to spike. Instead, make oatmeal with steel-cut oats. The difference is enormous. Steel-cut oats are the least processed form of oats. They take longer to cook, about 15 to 20 minutes, but they also take much longer for your body to digest. And that slow digestion is exactly what keeps your blood sugar steady. Here's the science behind it. Oats contain a specific type of fiber called beta-glucan, which is responsible for most of its blood sugar lowering effects. Beta-glucan also helps you feel full for longer. A meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials found that type 2 diabetes patients who consumed oat beta-glucan from 2.5 to 3.5 grams per day for 3 to 8 weeks presented significantly lowered concentrations in fasting, plasma glucose, and glycosylated hemoglobin. That's HbA1c, the measurement your doctor uses to check your long-term blood sugar control. Research has also shown that oat beta-glucan significantly reduced fasting blood glucose, improved glucose tolerance, and insulin sensitivity. So here's the recipe. Take half a cup of steel-cut oats, not instant, not quick oats, steel-cut. Cook them according to the package directions, usually with about 1.5 cups of water. Once they're ready and nice and thick, stir in a small handful of walnuts or almonds. Sprinkle a generous amount of cinnamon on top. And if you want a touch of sweetness, add 5 or 6 fresh blueberries or a few slices of strawberry. Now, why the nuts? An ideal breakfast should include a small amount of carbohydrate with protein and fats. Protein and fat slow digestion, improve glycemic control, and help you stay feeling full longer. The nuts provide that protein and healthy fat that act as a buffer, slowing down how quickly the carbohydrates from the oats enter your bloodstream. And the cinnamon isn't just for flavor. Some studies suggest it may help with insulin sensitivity as well. If you're over 60 or caring for an elderly loved one, this information could be life-saving. Many people don't realize that something as simple as switching from instant oatmeal to steel-cut oats could make a real, measurable difference in their blood sugar numbers. Please, if this is helpful, share this video with someone you love. You might just change their life. And now, breakfast number 3, my personal favorite and one that feels like an absolute treat, the Greek yogurt parfait with berries and chia seeds. Let me tell you why this breakfast is so powerful. First, let's talk about the yogurt. Greek yogurt is often considered a smart choice for people with diabetes, and for good reason. It's rich in protein, low in carbohydrates, and has a low glycemic index of around 20 to 35, which means it causes only a slow and steady rise in blood sugar levels. Greek yogurt contains more than twice as much protein as regular yogurt. For example, a 100-gram serving of plain non-fat Greek yogurt contains 10.3 grams of protein, while the same serving of plain non-fat regular yogurt contains just 4.2 grams. That extra protein is critical. Protein plays a vital role in blood sugar regulation by slowing down the absorption of carbohydrates and promoting satiety. Greek yogurt's high protein content can help diabetics feel fuller for longer, reducing the likelihood of overeating. And there's more. Recent research shows that yogurt consumption might be associated with lower levels of glucose and insulin resistance, as well as lower systolic blood pressure. Additionally, a Journal of Nutrition analysis of 13 recent studies concluded that yogurt consumption, as part of a healthy diet, may reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes in healthy and older adults. An analysis of 11 studies found that eating yogurt regularly can lower your risk of type 2 diabetes by as much as 14%, and the FDA has even recognized this. Based on emerging evidence, the FDA now allows a health claim on yogurt, stating that eating yogurt regularly, at least 2 cups or 3 servings per week, may reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes according to limited scientific evidence. Now, here's the critical part. You must choose the right yogurt. If it's unsweetened and Greek style, it's low in carbohydrates and high in protein. This means it won't cause blood sugar spikes in people with diabetes like other sources of carbohydrates. Many seniors ignore this part. They grab the flavored yogurt, the strawberry one, the vanilla one, and they don't realize those yogurts with added sugars won't keep blood sugar levels stable. Yogurt types that are more likely to contain added sugars include products that contain fruit, honey, jam, or granola. Always read the label. Look for yogurts that are high in protein and low in carbohydrates. Choose flavors that have no more than 10 grams of sugar and 15 grams of carbohydrates per serving. Now, let's talk about the berries. Blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are some of the lowest sugar fruits available. They're packed with antioxidants, they taste wonderful, and they add just the right amount of natural sweetness without spiking your blood sugar. And then the secret weapon, chia seeds. Chia seeds are suitable for people with diabetes because they have a lot of fiber and healthy omega-3 fatty acids while also being low in digestible carbs. Even though a 1-ounce serving contains 12 grams of carbs, 9.8 grams come from fiber, so it may not raise your blood sugar levels. Soluble fiber found in chia seeds may help lower your blood sugar levels. It does this by slowing the speed at which food moves through your gut and is absorbed into the bloodstream. Here's how to build your parfait. Take about 3/4 of a cup of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Spoon it into a bowl or a glass. Add a small handful of fresh blueberries or sliced strawberries. Sprinkle 1 to 2 tablespoons of chia seeds on top. And if you like, add a few crushed walnuts or almonds for extra crunch and healthy fats. You could even prepare this the night before. When chia seeds absorb liquid, they turn into a pudding-like substance. Because they take so long to digest, they help keep blood sugar from spiking. You can make a batch the night before for an easy breakfast. Imagine waking up and having a delicious, blood sugar-friendly breakfast already waiting for you in the refrigerator. That's the beauty of this one. Now, before I wrap up, I want to give you a few bonus tips that can make all 3 of these breakfasts even more effective. Tip number 1, pair your nutrients wisely. To avoid blood sugar spikes, being mindful of how many carbs you consume and nutrient combinations is helpful. For example, instead of just eating a piece of sourdough toast, try eating it with peanut butter, which is a healthy fat, or eggs, which are a protein. This pairing of nutrients will aid in blood sugar stabilization. Every time you eat carbohydrates, ask yourself, where's my protein? Where's my healthy fat? Where's my fiber? If you can answer all 3, you're building a blood sugar-friendly meal. Tip number 2, watch your drinks. Fruit juice is often high in sugar and can cause blood sugar to rise quickly. Better choices for breakfast drinks include unsweetened coffee, tea, or plain water. I know a glass of orange juice feels like the natural companion to breakfast, but that 1 glass can contain as much sugar as a candy bar. Switch to water, herbal tea, or black coffee, and you'll see a real difference. Tip number 3, be careful with portion sizes. Even healthy foods can raise your blood sugar if you eat too much. A temporary spike in blood sugar can happen after a large meal, especially if it's high in carbohydrates. You may feel sluggish, tired, or sleepy afterward, so keep your portions reasonable and listen to your body. Tip number 4, move after you eat. Even a gentle 10-minute walk after breakfast can help your muscles absorb glucose and bring your blood sugar down naturally. Exercise is a good way to lower blood sugar. You don't need to run a marathon. Just get up, move around, take a stroll around the block or through the garden. Tip number 5, talk to your doctor. General dietary guidelines are pretty consistent for people with diabetes, but it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. That's why it's important to get a doctor's referral to a dietitian or diabetic educator. What works for your neighbor might not work for you. Your age, medications, other health conditions, they all play a role. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet. So let's bring it all together. 3 breakfasts that can help lower your blood sugar and set you on a healthier path. Number 1, the veggie egg scramble. High in protein, virtually 0 carbs from the eggs, loaded with fiber from the vegetables, and proven by research to reduce blood sugar spikes all day long. Number 2, steel-cut oatmeal with nuts and cinnamon. Rich in beta-glucan fiber that actively lowers blood sugar levels, paired with healthy fats from nuts to slow digestion and keep you full. Number 3, Greek yogurt parfait with berries and chia seeds. A delicious, creamy treat that's packed with protein, probiotics for gut health, and the incredible blood sugar stabilizing power of chia seeds. The good news is, eating to prevent blood sugar spikes doesn't mean bland food or deprivation. These breakfasts are proof of that. They're satisfying, they're delicious, and they're working for your body, not against it. My friends, I want you to know something. It is never too late to take control of your health. Whether you're 62 or 82, the body you have right now is listening to every choice you make. And something as simple as changing what you eat for breakfast, just one meal, can create a ripple effect that transforms how you feel, how much energy you have, and how well your body manages blood sugar. You deserve to feel good. You deserve mornings where you wake up with energy instead of fatigue. You deserve to sit across from your grandchildren at the table and feel strong and present and full of life. It starts with one small choice, and it can start tomorrow morning. If this video helped you, I have one small favor to ask. First, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss a video. We put out new content every week focused specifically on health tips for people over 60. Second, share this video with a family member, a friend, a spouse, or anyone you care about who might be struggling with blood sugar issues. Sometimes the right information at the right time can make all the difference in the world. And third, drop a comment below. Tell me, which of these 3 breakfasts are you going to try first? The egg scramble, the steel-cut oatmeal, or the Greek yogurt parfait? I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear from you. Remember, your health is your greatest treasure. Protect it, nourish it, and never stop learning how to take care of the incredible body you've been given. Until next time, take care of yourselves and take care of each other.